for play. If you do it for real, here it is, Kevin. I got a show at your hometown in Philly. A boxing ring, or you can get dusted in comedy on that stage. But it's $1 million up for each one. That's $5 million, Mr. 28 million in Forbes.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I thought this was hilarious, but not funny. And that's the fact that we have legendary entertainer, comedian, Mr. Katt Williams himself, who is 52 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, weighing about 145 pounds. Katt Williams is challenging another entertainment icon, comedian, and that's Mr. Kevin Hart, who is 44 years of age, standing at 5'2" with a 63-inch arm reach, right? And he weighs about 145 pounds. So they're in the same weight class. Kevin Hart is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the fighting city of Philadelphia, right? And Katt Williams is from Cincinnati, Ohio, another fighting city in the sport of boxing. And Katt Williams is now challenging Kevin Hart to a boxing match, a real boxing match, not a celebrity boxing match. He wants to have a real boxing match with Kevin Hart. They are both worth millions upon millions of dollars. And he's saying that not only can they have a boxing match, but they can also do a basketball showdown. They can do a comedy showdown, and they can mix it up. But he got $5 million. That's more than what most boxers make today's time guaranteed purse. $5 million is the guaranteed purse Gervonta Tank Davis got to fight Ryan Garcia. Now he got pay-per-view money on the back end. I'm sure Kevin Hart and Katt Williams going to do pay-per-view. It's going to be on pay-per-view, and it's going to do 1 million pay-per-view buys. It's going to do 1 million pay-per-view buys. But this is reminiscent of Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Tank Davis, 5'5", 67-inch arm reach. They fighting at 135. Katt Williams, 5'5", with a 67-inch arm reach. He's about 145 pounds. Isaac Cruz, 5'3", with a 63-inch arm reach. Kevin Hart, 5'2", with a 63-inch arm reach. And he weigh about 140 to 145 pounds, right? It's ironic that they're this small, but they're actually welterweights, right? So with that said, he's challenging him to a showdown. And he said he'll do it in Philadelphia. I'll come to your hometown in your city and make it happen in Philly.
For play. If you do it for real, here it is, Kevin. I got a show at your hometown in Philly. A boxing ring, or you can get dusted in comedy on that stage. But it's $1 million up for each one. That's $5 million, Mr. 28 million in Forbes.
So he's saying he'll come to Philadelphia yet? This is huge, right? Because if I'm a boxing promoter and I'm a boxing manager, I'm going to inquire about Kevin Hart versus Katt Williams in a boxing match. Here's why. The attention and the amount of views that would get would break records. Katt Williams was featured on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. And it's at like close to 100 million views. Right? If I'm not mistaken. Right? And he talked about Kevin Hart. He talked about a plethora of other folks. But imagine if Kevin Hart right now was to go to Club Shay Shay and respond to Katt Williams. How many views that would get? It's at 59 million views, the entire interview. Then it did, little bits and pieces. One clip did 382,000 views. Okay. Another clip did 119,000. Another one did 125,000. Another one did 8.2 million views. So it's going absolutely berserk. Another one did 3.2 million views. Another one did 251,000 views. Another one did 3 million views, the extended cut. So it's going berserk. That's why I said it's almost 100 million views or something like that. And if Kevin Hart was to go on there, it would do the same amount of numbers, if not bigger, because Kevin Hart is responding. You didn't know what to expect from Katt Williams. Now you know what to expect from, and you want to see what Kevin Hart has to say in response to Katt Williams. So it's going to go berserk. Imagine them having a real boxing match. As you heard Katt Williams say, this is not for play. This is for real. Let's do it for real. Now, one problem is we saw Katt Williams in a scuffle. And shouts out to Katt Williams. But we saw him in the scuffle with that young man. And he got flipped over, by the 17-year-old kid in the park, right? Nonetheless, Katt Williams is a grown man. Kevin Hart is a grown man. They could settle their differences in the boxing ring. But imagine if you are a promoter, let's say Al Heyman, and you could put Katt Williams and Kevin Hart together. They're putting up their own money. So it's not like you need the network to put the money up. They're putting up their own money. They both have Netflix specials. Al Heyman is looking with the Premier Boxing Champions. He's looking to do a Netflix deal. They both have Netflix massive specials, right? You could do it on Netflix, pay-per-view on Netflix. And then if you're Al Heyman, you could put fighters on the undercard to bring them exposure, like Jerron Boots Ennis, who's from Philly. A Philly fighter. Danny Swift Garcia, he's already established in the twilight of his career. He hasn't fought in 16 months. But just imagine you put this fight in Philadelphia. Kevin Hart is from Philly. Jerron Boots Ennis is a major deal, a big deal coming out of Philly. You put Danny Garcia, who's already a 2-division champion, well already accomplished and possibly a Hall of Famer. You put him on the undercard. He's from Philly. Right? And that does major numbers. And it brings exposure. Now, the fight itself would be entertaining because I think that Kevin Hart is in great shape. Katt Williams in great shape, but they're not boxers. But they could take up their respective sport and take up the discipline. And they're both going to be serious. And it's going to do massive numbers. Massive numbers. This Katt Williams versus Kevin Hart in a boxing match on pay-per-view would break Floyd Mayweather's record. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao did 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. This is going to do 5 million pay-per-view buys. And if you anybody who's somebody that's coming up in the game, like a Carmel Moulton with Mayweather Promotions, Jerron Boots Ennis, you put them on the undercard, the amount of exposure and attention, especially you put them in with a competitive fight, people who can identify, it would be huge. Maybe you put Danny Garcia versus Jerron Ennis. Or maybe you maximize and put them on separate cards. It would be huge. Absolutely enormous. And Katt Williams, again, he's saying he's putting up his own money, $5 million. Kevin Hart could put up his own money, $5 million. And winner takes all. That means they would benefit $5 million. Whomever wins. And whoever loses is going to lose $5 million. It's a bet. It would do enormous numbers. Enormous. And it's entertainment. But again, my angle would be to put, not to see Katt, I would love to see Katt Williams and Kevin Hart in a boxing match, but to see and to be able to promote and bring exposure to fighters coming up underneath and put them on said card to shed light on them and their careers, because everybody will be tuning in. You put it in where the 76ers play, the arena is going to be sold out. Absolutely sold out. It'll be huge. Can you imagine a Katt Williams and Kevin Hart 24/7 all access leading up into the fight? Enormous. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I thought this was hilarious, so I wanted to talk about it. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.